Hi, it's Michelle, and I'm back. I think that I have my mic issues worked out, so I'm hoping that it will enable me to bring these messages to you on a more regular basis. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how the Chiari fight and the comorbid fight, the EDS fight, affects our self esteem and the way that we see ourselves and our fight. Um, with as surreal as it is for us to find out that our brains have prolapsed into our neck, or part of our brain has prolapsed into our neck. I mean, do you remember that heartbreak? Like, how is this happening to me? Um, with as real as that is, the what we have to fight at the hands of doctors um, really takes the cake. And most people in the world don't understand. Most people in the world have this blind um, respect for doctors, the same blind respect that most of us started out with. And I do have a lot of respect for my surgeon, so I just want to put that out there. I don't go to a specialist. I have consulted with a specialist, but I really do trust my surgeon. I have a good relationship with my surgeon. But we've had our bumps and bruises along the way, and that has worn me out. And I want to talk to you guys about it because one of the things that I feel coming from our community is really that there are so many that are told, this is psychosomatic, it's all in your head. Well, it's either in your head or your neck, right? So there's truth to that, but that doesn't make it psychosomatic. So they don't listen to us. They mark their check boxes, and it's based off of old information. They're not looking at the whole picture of why our brains are actually prolapsed, and they're removing the only bone that's holding it up and then saying we're cured. And we all know that that's not true. And here's the thing about them trying to twist it on us and make it sound like um, like like we're just obsessed. Um, the issue is really no reasonable person would be okay with paying the amount that we do, whether it's through insurance or through taxes or whatever it is, right? Worldwide, even if you have free medical care, it's not free, right? Somebody's paying, there's taxes being paid into it, okay? And we pay astronomical amounts for this medical care, for this subpar care that we're getting, and that's not okay, right? No reasonable, sane person would accept that, and we aren't either, right? We are, we're really tough. We deal with a lot. We deal with a lot of um, not just the pain. We deal with the aspects of doctors not believing us. We deal with our family who often believe the doctors over us, and sometimes we even get to the point where they somewhat start to convince us that it's all in our heads. But the truth is that there's no denying the symptoms. It doesn't matter how long you wait to try and believe and make it up in your head that your head is not too heavy for your neck and that your neck can do it. You can only believe that for so long before you really come to the reality that there really is something anatomically wrong that needs to be fixed, that needs to be addressed. And whether the doctors know what it is or not, um, it's not us. It's not just our psyche making this up. This isn't, and this isn't exaggerated at all. The thousands of us that are saying that there's still a problem is not each individual person making it up. It's this small subgroup of doctors that aren't listening. And we need to make them listen. And that's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. I want you to believe in yourselves enough to get your stories out there. Whether you're going to write them and have them published, Chiari Bridges is asking for Chiari stories and comorbid stories to publish. We'd like to do videos. If you want to share your video we'll help you get it out there, right? As long as you're not saying anything irresponsible, right? We want to help get those stories out there. So just stick to the facts and, just share what happened to you and how it made you feel. There's no need to call anybody names, right? Let's take the high road in this and make an intellectual argument because we are capable of doing that. Like, we have big brains for a reason. So, so let's just do this together, right? Let's just pull these stories together and get them out there. And whether you want to send them to Chiari Rhapsody and let us help get them out, or Chiari Bridges, whatever, let's just do it. Let's just get it out there. Let's just share it. And let's just change our world. If we don't change it for our generation, which I think we can actually, but let's make sure it's changed for the next. Let's make sure that if our kids end up fighting what we're fighting, that they're not fighting it, having to fight it the same way. That they're not having to start from ground zero. We owe that. We owe that to our kids, and we owe that to ourselves. And the truth is, whatever person you used to be, that person's still there inside. Even with all the pain, that just makes you that much stronger. So if you're a badass before, then you're still a badass. And you're even a badder ass because of everything that you've had to fight. So I want you to hold on to that, and I want you to let that be a reason that you wake up and fight every morning, that you fight to feel good enough to get up out of bed, even if it's just for an hour or 30 minutes or 15 minutes or 5 minutes, because I've been there too. Okay, so, and we're going to do our best to do our part to try and bring and raise the game, raise the bar, change the game for you. All right. Thanks for listening.